we are going to learn about the new chapter kinematics. So if it comes to motion, what we can say? So an object is changing its position with respect to the time or with respect to the surroundings, then we can say that the object is in motion. And if an object is not changing its position with respect to the time or with respect to the surroundings, then we can say that the object is at rest. So here these two are considered as the natural states of an object. Rest and motion has been considered as the natural states of an object. So here if you want to say whether an object is at rest or in motion, we need to have some reference frame or some surroundings we require. So suppose if you are standing at one particular room and if you are observing the outside environment, so your reference frame will be the place wherever you are started observing, means your room itself your reference frame. So here reference frame means the background from which all the observations to be taken. Reference frame means the background from which all the observations to be taken, or the frame of reference is a point through which we can justify whether an object is at rest or in motion. So here rest, motion and reference frame. These are the terms that we are familiar: rest, motion and reference frame. Rest means if an object is not changing its position with respect to the time, then we can say that the state of the object is rest. If an object is changing its position with respect to the time or with respect to the surroundings, then we can say that the state of the object is in motion. And to justify whether an object is at rest or in motion, we require a reference frame or frame of reference. The point from which all the observations to be taken, we will call it as reference frame. So here, based on this motion, we got the terms rest, motion and reference frame. So here in physics, motion has been classified into two categories. One is mechanics. In that mechanics, first one is kinematics and another one is dynamics. So here these two comes under the branch of mechanics. So the mechanics is the branch of physics which deals about the motion of the objects. So here if it comes to motion of the objects, it has been classified into two categories. One is kinematics, another one is dynamics. So here what is the difference between kinematics and what is the difference between dynamics? So here if you consider an object which is changing its position, means it is in motion. If we are not considering the cause of motion, so without considering the cause of motion, we will call it as kinematics. Without considering the cause of motion. And if we are considering the cause of motion, that is comes under the part of dynamics, considering the cause of motion. So here if an object wants to change its position, we need to apply some external force on the object, or else the object may not comes under motion. So here force is the external agent to change the state of an object. So here the cause is force. That if we are not considering, that will comes under the kinematics. Without considering the cause of motion, we will call it as kinematics, and by considering the cause of motion, we will call it as dynamics. In this part, kinematics part, we are going to learn about different types of speed, different types of velocity and different types of acceleration. And in the part of dynamics, we have learnt forces, and in that forces we will be having Newton's laws of motion. Sir Isaac Newton has proposed his laws of motion. Newton's first law, Newton's second law, and Newton's third law will comes under the part of dynamics. So here the kinematics is also a part of Newtonian mechanics or the classical mechanics. Classical mechanics. And here in this classical mechanics, rest and motion are relative. Rest and motion are relative terms, and mass and time are absolute. So in our Newtonian mechanics or classical mechanics, rest and motion are relative, and mass and time are absolute. Why we are calling Newtonian mechanics or classical mechanics? That is because of Sir Isaac Newton has proposed all these types of motion. That's what that name is called Newtonian mechanics or classical mechanics. So here in this classical mechanics, the rest and motion are relative terms. As we have seen, what is rest and what is motion, and these terms will be relative terms. Why? Because depends upon the observer reference frame. Sometimes the rest may be visible as motion, and motion will be appeared as rest. So if you consider an example of moving train and a person who is standing on the platform, with respect to the person who is standing on the platform, the persons who are sitting in the train, they will be in motion, but actually he will be at rest position. And with respect to the persons who are sitting inside the train, with respect to those persons, the person who is standing outside the train or the railway platform, on the railway platform, he will be in motion, but actually the person who is standing on the railway platform will be at rest position. So with respect to your reference frame, sometimes rest may appear as motion and motion may appear as rest. So that's what the rest and motion are relative terms in the Newtonian mechanics or classical mechanics. And whatever the study of motion that we are going to learn, and whatever the study of motion we are following will comes under these Newtonian mechanics. And here in this Newtonian mechanics, the speed of object will be far less than the speed of light. If the speeds involved are far less than the speed of light, then only these Newtonian mechanics will be applicable. And masses are much greater than the mass of an atom, then only these Newtonian mechanics or classical mechanics will be applicable. Okay, and here mass and time are absolute. See, if you are changing the position of an object, mass doesn't change and time also doesn't change. From one place to another place, the mass of an object doesn't change and the time also doesn't change. So that's what they have given. Mass and time are exact values or absolute values, and rest and motion are relative terms. So suppose if you consider the planets with respect to you, the earth will be at rest. Okay, with respect to you, the earth will be at rest position. But with respect to the person who is observing from the moon, the earth will be in motion, right? Actually, if we are standing on the earth is also revolving around itself, but we cannot feel the motion of the earth. That's what we will consider the earth is at rest position, means the place wherever we are observing, that we will consider it as the rest position. So if you are observing from any other planet, the earth will be in motion. With respect to those persons, you will be in motion. So actually you are at rest, but with respect to some other reference frame, you will be observing like in motion. So that's what the rest and motion are relative terms.